From the Upco Studios in Oklahoma City, you're watching the Press Row. Press Row is brought to you by Cox High-Speed Internet. I'm Jenny Carlson here with Barry Trammell, and it's time for our weekly 5 in 5 segment. 5 topics, each a minute long. We bell at the end. I missed it. Oh my goodness. This is not going to be a good one. No, it's going to be great. We're going to get all the bad stuff out to start.
An extra point right there.
All right, let's get started right here. Barry, did OSU get robbed?
So you're asking me, was OSU driving down, were they in the stagecoach with their loot in their hand and all of a sudden masked robbers come down and take the loot away? No.
Oh, okay.
You can't be robbed of something you didn't have, and OSU didn't have the national title game in their grasp. They did before they lose at Iowa State, but not after. So I don't think OSU got robbed. Do I think OSU deserved to be there more in Alabama? Yes. But I don't think OSU was robbed.
Yeah.
It's a debate. You could go either way.
Definitely so. And, you know, I think it's interesting the BCS, the committee that runs things in the college football, has this every game counts slogan. That sounds good, except that apparently that game that LSU and Alabama played in Tuscaloosa a few months ago, that apparently didn't really count because we have to see this rematch again. So, okay, robbed may not be the right word, but OSU should have had a chance to play LSU in the national championship. Alabama already had a chance to beat them, didn't do it.
I'm with you. My point is this. I don't really care if OSU's there or not. Somebody besides Alabama needed to be in New Orleans.
Hey, I got it that time.
1 for 2.
All right, what about this topic, Barry? How do you fix OU?
Well, I think it's a lot of different things can happen, and I got 3 ideas for Bob Stoops. Though one, take Bruce Kittle, make him your special teams coach, send him off on a national odyssey, learn how to have big-time special teams. The Sooners did at one time, they don't any longer. Yep. I would sit down with Josh Heupel and say, Josh, please inform me of what the game plan is going to be every week, because I need to know if we're going to run one running play in the first 15 snaps of the game. I want to know about it so I can tell you we're not going to do that. And then I think also Bob needs to change the mentality. Something's going on with the mentality. It may be the strength and conditioning. It may be the summer situation. I don't know. But I think somehow Bob's got to try to figure out why the mentality has changed.
Well, and I think that the secondary needs to be fixed. And I'm not advocating you fire anybody. I know OU fans love to talk about firing people. I'm not even saying you need to fire anybody. But clearly there was a deficit of talent and understanding in the secondary this season, and I think that needs to change because we all heard that was going to be the strength of this OU defense, and it wasn't even close to the strength of the defense against passing teams, which is where you need your secondary. But Barry, I think you're right on this attitude thing. It was off. Once they lost to Tech, you could sense things just being a roller coaster, not really having direction. It was really strange to see because we thought so highly of that attitude before the season.
Well, I wasn't crazy about the attitude even before. I thought the game at Kansas was just a disaster. I mean, they just played terrible against an awful team. They played so well at times, Texas, Florida State, A&M, Kansas State, and then so poorly at times. A very up and down team.
Yeah. My batting average is going up on the bell. All right, best football coaching hire at this point, Barry. Who do you think?
I love the hire of Rich Rodriguez at Arizona. I think this is an offensive mastermind, Rich Rod is. He was a disaster at Michigan, just a bad cultural fit. I think he was great at West Virginia. I think he works well at like an outpost, at a place that sort of a little bit under the radar at Arizona. You can do kooky things out there. You can have Michael Bublé sing "You Lift Me Up So I Can Stand on Mountains," and nobody cares. You do that at Michigan, and they send your butt down the street. So I think Rich Rod's going to do well at Arizona.
Oh, that's a great memory. Okay, I think there are 2 excellent hires thus far. I think the hiring of Larry Fedora at North Carolina is hiring above where you are. North Carolina got a great football coach in Larry Fedora. I love that hire. But I think Mike Leach is going to set the Pac-12 on fire at Washington State. It's a tough place to recruit to. So was Lubbock, Texas, friends. And he won big there. I think he's about ready to really set people on edge in the Pac-12. This is going to be exciting to see what Mike Leach does out in Pullman, Washington. All right. How about this one, Barry? This might be my favorite topic of the week. Favorite Christmas song?
Well, this is a ridiculous question. There's only one answer: "Oh Holy Night," and everything else is second. I mean, it's like it's like greatest baseball player of all time. It's Babe Ruth, and then you begin the discussion. "Oh Holy Night," and then you start the debate.
Wow, you don't give me much wiggle room with that kind of comment. I'm going to go with my favorite hymn Christmas song is "Once in Royal David City," which is off the beaten path.
I would say so, since I've never heard of it.
It's great. If you've never heard of it, you need to go educate yourself on this. It's a fantastic song. And if we're talking about secular, it's All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. I will crank the radio and listen to that every time. I like that song.
I didn't know it was by Mariah Carey, so I'm less crazy about it, but it's a good song.
All right. How about this one to finish up, Barry? Is the Thunder schedule too tough?
Too tough for what? Now, I mean, for the Thunder, I think they're going to be okay. Now, I did not like the way they switch the schedule where you don't play everybody in the East home and home. I didn't think that was very fair. Thunder, it's great for the fans. All the tough teams from the East are coming to Oklahoma City. Great for the fans, not so great for the one-loss record.
Yeah.
You need to play Washington and Detroit and Philadelphia and Toronto and all those teams home and home to pad your record. So I think Thunder does have a little bit of a tough schedule.
Definitely so. And you know what? Talking about tough, it is tough because of that. You talk about the Western Conference being tougher in recent years. You're getting all those Western Conference teams plus a heavier diet of the good teams in the East. So that does weight the Thunder schedule towards the tough side. But something they didn't get was a really tough back-to-back-to-back. They play Houston here, then they go to Houston, then they come home on that one that they get. So that could have been a lot worse. Yeah, there are some tough stretches, but I think that all in all, it's not the worst schedule they could have got, that's for sure.
No, they turned out okay, and they got young legs. Young legs
Definitely
can overcome a lot.
That's right. All right, be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.